This deck profile is brought to you by America. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are channeling our inner Bandit Keith, and we are going to go through a GOAT format Barrel Dragon, Gatling Dragon profile. So diving into the deck profile, starting off with the big bad guy himself, we have 3 Barrel Dragon that we are playing. The OG baddie of flip a coin 3 times, and if 2 of the 3 are heads, destroy 1 monster on the field. And of course we got his little younger brother, Blowback Dragon, in here as well too. Obviously both are materials for Gatling Dragons, so we do need to run both. But yeah, pretty solid to at least get them out and be able to play their effects before tossing them to the side for Gatling Dragon. Another way to help turbo out Gatling Dragon, we're playing 1 Cyber Stock. So that way, pay 5,000, get Gatling out a little bit quicker, as opposed to waiting for the Barrel Dragon or Blowback to even get into our hands or onto the field. But to help cheese out a little bit quicker, we're also playing a few substitute monsters. So we have the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion, help substitute for Gatling Dragon since he is a dark. Or we also have Goddess with the 3rd eye as well too. So we got a few different options going on here. We're playing Goddess because we actually have a few other fusion monsters in our fusion deck besides just Gatling Dragon. Which leads us to running 3 of the light Hex Sealed Fusion. You'll see later why we're running light in here. Moving on, we have a little bit of a chaos package. So we are running 3 Thunder Dragon, fodder for the graveyard, fodder for draws, help thin the deck a little bit more, get lights into the graveyard as well too. Not only that, we are playing Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon as well. So help get a 2800 body on the field real quickly. It's also why we are running the Hex Light Sealed Fusion. On top of that, we're playing Black Luster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, because he is the GOAT in GOAT format. Then, which might leave you a little puzzled, we're playing Cannon Soldier, help burn our opponent. Not only that, we are running Labyrinth Tank in the Fusion deck with our plentiful fusion substitutes, just to get some machine monsters out there to double their attack later on. On top of that, we are playing Time Wizard, since we are playing the spell card Second Coin Toss, so we can always get a redo on his effects. Not only that, with the fusion substitutes, we can bring out his big bad fusion, which you will see later. So moving on to the spells. Much like in our Paladin deck profile, we are running 3 Fusion Gate. Just help turbo out any fusions. Not necessarily having them on the field, we can also do it from the hand, so it makes it a little bit easier. It does banish them though, but that doesn't hurt us in the long run. But on top of that, we're basically playing 6 because we're playing 3 Terraforming on top of that, helps search it out a little bit quicker. But much like the Dark Paladin playstyle, we are running 3 Dimension Fusion, help turbo out our monsters after we banish them for the Fusion Summon. So you could end up having a whole lot of Gun Dragons on the field at the same time, which definitely does not hurt if you're playing a limiter removal. Top of that, we're playing Second Coin Toss, which in the name just lets you get a redo on your coin toss. So it's not too bad. Top of that, since we have so many machines in our deck, we are playing 3 limiter removal, double all their attack after wiping out your opponent's field. Possibly OTK them, hopefully. That's the end game here. Moving on with the spells, we have our GOAT format 1-ofs. So we have Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, Delinquent Duo, Snatch Steel, Heavy Storm, and MST as well, 2. Then moving on to the traps, which honestly, there's not too much. So we just run 3 Royal Decree, because we don't want our monsters getting stopped when they attack, when they get summoned. We don't want to have to deal with anything. So we're playing 3 Royal Decree, just completely shut down our opponent's back row in terms of traps. So moving on to the extra deck, which is pretty unique. We do have 1000 Dragon, that Time Wizard, as well as with the fusion substitutes that we have. We have a Labyrinth Tank, running 2 of them, with our Cannon Soldier, as well as the fusion substitutes that we have. Then we have our 3 twin-headed Thunder Dragon. So he's a 28 beater. We can turbo him out real quickly with Fusion Gate, especially thanks to Thunder Dragon's discarding effect to get both of them in hand. So yeah, you can turbo it out real quick. If you don't have Thunder Dragon, at least you have the Hex, Light Fusion, so you have other ways to manipulate to get him out. You could even possibly get multiples out, which would be even crazier. And then the big baddie himself, Gatling Dragon. So he's our big old boss monster. So he's our big beater. So he's our end goal here. Get him out, clear out our opponent's field. Hopefully get a limiter removal out there as well too. Double his attack. And yeah, punch our opponent for game. But it's a relatively casual deck. I mean, it's not going to be as competitive as, say, a Chaos Control deck or Warrior or what have you. But it's still super fun to play, especially when you're in America. But yeah, it's definitely one that I'd recommend at least trying out once. For me, I love Barrel Dragon. I love the Gun Dragons. So much so that I even started to get love for Dragon Link and all the rockets as well too when they came out. But that's the Gatling Dragon deck. So let me know down below what you guys think. What would you change? What would you do differently? You also like dressing as Bandit Keith, because clearly I kind of enjoy it. We'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye and mwah, good night in America.